Welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking WWE 2K20, and this is a follow-up video to my previous video where I asked the question, what do you want for Universe Mode in WWE 2K20? Now, I've had a ton of comments on that video, and that is absolutely awesome because that's what I wanted. I wanted your participation, and I've been responding to the comments. If you haven't participated, make sure you do so. I will link that video in the description box below. But I thought, as I was replying to comments, what better way to actually respond than by making another video following up and responding, because I have been telling you guys whether I agree or disagree on some of the points. Again, nobody is right or wrong with what they do or they don't want when it comes to Universe Mode for 2K20. But I thought, let's just get on camera. Let's go through the comments, and I won't be able to respond to every single one because there is a lot. But in this video, we're going to try and cover the majority. So let's go and take a look at your comments, and I'm going to read them out, and then I'm going to respond and say whether or not I think it's a great idea, whether I think it's necessary to add that to the next installment of the WWE Games franchise at this stage. And we're just going to talk it out. Now, before we get into it, I want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you stay up to date with all my WWE Games content. But now, let's take a look at the comments. So, what do we have? I'm going to leave it in the order that I've already got, and let's just have a look. So, there was my initial comment. What do you want from Universe Mode in WWE 2K20? Let me know your detailed views and opinions on what can be improved, added, even removed to make a better Universe Mode experience for the next installment of the WWE Games franchise. And some of the comments that we've had. So we had a guy with an absolutely great username, Swankdelic47, shout out to you. Better matchmaking by the AI, add more promo options like backstage segments, etc. Call-ups for NXT or any developmental brand you make. Yeah, I think the call-up option is a really good idea. You should be able to have tiered brands. So I think you should have like your primary brands, which could be SmackDown and Raw. Then you have your lower brand, NXT. And you should have options at any point to make a call up. I think that's a nice addition for Universe Mode, and it makes it feel like what you've got currently in WWE. It might change by that point, but for now, it makes perfect sense. So I totally agree on that. The matchmaking with the AI, I think matchmaking is quite good, but if we're going to expand on that, I'll probably say that it needs improvement when it comes to actually matching up a rivalry and following that through. But I do like what you're saying, Swankdelic, and I like your name, so Delzinski approved on that one. We'll go down to the next comment. This is from Cray Z. I want to see anytime cash-in, double championship entrances, controllable entrances like WR3D ladder bridge on a ladder like the Velveteen Dream. Okay. And Ricochet moment at TakeOver. Okay, so I guess you're kind of saying that you want to see more oh my god moments in the actual Universe Mode itself, which I think would be cool. Double championship entrances, don't really get why that's not in any way. You should have that option. If your superstar has 2 belts, then maybe we should have those put in. I don't think though you will get customized double championship entrances. So for example, let's just say Randy Orton has both belts. I don't think you'll get a specific entrance, but maybe just more of them available in create an entrance. So that could be an option. Let's keep going. This is from Nick Clute, very short and sweet this one. Back to the video package. So at a big pay, this is cool because I mentioned this in my video talking about video packages for shows to make them feel more special. Maybe at the end of a night you get some sort of recap, and he says back to the video package. So at a big pay-per-view at the start of an event, we can have big rivals in a package, basically big packages, then leads into the match card. Yeah, so what I was expecting was that maybe at the end of a episode of Raw, you could have like a promotional package which sums up the night. So it's just a recap package. But whereas with pay-per-views, you have a little bit more to it. So maybe it could show some moments from a rivalry. You could maybe drop in 2 or 3 cutscenes which sum up that rivalry. So making use again of a create a story option in universe mode would be perfect for that. Or maybe you can even select moments from matches to compile into a promo which could be taken into your universe mode. So yeah, totally agree. I'd love to see that, because then again, it gives you more excitement towards the matches. And we're going to keep going, because I'm going to kind of pick at random. I'm not really going to you know, just read every single comment, because quite frankly there just isn't enough time and you guys will be bored of my voice, you know it. So let's keep going. Okay, so Film Productions 816, right, who is a fellow YouTuber, by the way, he's got 4,000 subscribers, check him out. They should add war games in the next game. It would be amazing to see. Yeah, I kind of think that. I've seen people mod war games into a WWE game, so it makes sense that that's in there. If it can be modded in, it can be put in by 2K. Add more cutscenes to use, especially backstage interviews with Renee Young. Yeah, previous, I think it was 2K17, we actually had loads more cutscenes than we've had in 18 and 19. They actually, on, I think it was 2K18, they forgot to put the cutscenes in. We made a big deal about that when we went to play the game, and then it was put back in. I'm not saying that we were responsible for it being put back in, but there was a big outcry after day one. We'd already said that cutscenes aren't there from what we can see, but maybe they'll be put in. The game was released, they weren't, and then 2K patched them in on the next day. So it was like a day one patch, and they did it. Cutscenes were there, but they were very limited, and what was missing, which was key, was backstage interviews and even, you know, on mic promos. So yeah, definitely, I'd love the more cutscenes the better. And he's actually listed out a few more here, so I'm going to read a few of them. Oh, he's listed out a lot. Being able to do different face paint designs on the Demon King, Finn Balor and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, maybe that's not so specific to universe mode, but it was just nice to have that versatility to switch it up from time to time with the superstars. Jeff Hardy, I thought they would have put the face paint in this year. I was very disappointed that they didn't, because his model looks exactly the same as the previous years. So really wish they'd done something with that. I'm going to go through your points and keep going. Film Production 816. Buried Alive matches, kind of listed matches. So he wants Buried Alive matches, I Quit, Ambulance, Stretcher, give us more backstage brawl locations. Yeah, I'd like to see that expanded. I saw that come up a few times when reading through the comments. Add some ECW superstars. Would you like to see ECW superstars in WWE 2K20? Let me know in the comments. And more rivalry slots. Yep. Rivalries needs to be worked on, from the amount you can have to the actual detail of the rivalries. You need to be able to have input into rivalries much more than you've got now. So thank you, Film Production, for that very detailed response. I like that a lot. Let's keep going. Okay, so not everything always goes to plan on this channel, because after responding to your comments for a further 10 minutes, I checked the camera and it turned itself off. So here's me telling 2K what they should do when I should be getting my own together and making sure my camera's turned on. Good God. Anyway, we will continue, and the comment I was approaching was Creeps, who's also a YouTuber, so go check him out. And he says this: the ability to script your entire show, everything from winners of matches, AI versus AI, script out promos, insert cutscenes from a wide variety. Yes, it's becoming clear that people want more cutscenes, and also create your own video package. Now, I'd actually find something that could work really well would be a director's mode. And we're talking about match scripting, so I think that what you should be able to do is direct your match. And I don't think we'll get this in WWE 2K20. I think it would be much further down the road. But an ability to go in and say, look, I want a match to start this way. I want it to have this in the middle, and then I want a certain finish. Maybe I can drop a cutscene in there too. I think that would be like a director's mode for match scripting. And I think it would work very nicely because the AI would control the action, but you've told the AI what you expect from it. So a director's mode would be something I think would work. Do you? Let me know in the comment section. But Creeps, thank you for your comment. Let's move on. Let's talk to Aiden Blake now, who says, please improve the rivalry system, i.e. stop having rivals face each other week after week, have triple threat rivalries, make rivalries more meaningful, have more cutscenes, make it unpredictable like WWE 12 and 13, have draft NXT call-ups, have GM mode-esque features, i.e. show ratings, pay-per-view ratings, storyline writers, etc. So rivalries again comes up. It's definitely something 2K need to address. They need to look into this and they need to make rivalries better. More cutscenes, everybody's asking about cutscenes. So again, it's clearly important to you guys. And I like the mention of the GM mode-esque features, because I did say this in my video that universe mode needs to be a combination of what we've got now, some GM mode aspects, and also story creator. And we actually tried to do ratings with my own universe mode. We did it via the website where we were saying, look, this week's shows have this amount of ratings. And we were trying to actually build a ratings war, but it didn't quite work out. But we had that vision. So maybe 2K need to think about that too. So again, great points from Aiden Blake. Let's keep going. Oh, it's the J-Dog. Big up the J-Dog. And he's coming in and he's saying this. He's saying, bring back an aspect of story mode for universe mode. I completely agree. Where you can create promos and backstage segments for us content creators. Keep it simple and fix the damn bugs. Oh dear, the J-Dog is going in. And he also says little things like when you leave a show and come back, things don't change. For example, match attires, little annoying things. So I completely see what you're saying. If things saved and you could then quickly select the attire that you've been using permanently for that superstar, that would be helpful. I've said this many times that, you know, when 2K don't drop a big mode into the game, if they fixed all the little niggling issues with the game, all the little things that kind of get on people's nerves, it wouldn't be such a big deal because you'd feel that this is a more solid and strong game. But when they don't do that and then they don't drop a big mode into the game, then it is frustrating. So yeah, I completely agree. Fix the little things, fix the bugs, make sure the game is more well built, strong and sturdy. I completely agree with that. And again, story mode I feel is important to universe mode. So the J-Dog went in. Oh, now we move from the J-Dog to the Punisher. Punisher 28 says this: they should put an open challenge option on the mic. Then you have to do a call out and act like an open challenge. Now that is a cool idea. I didn't actually think about this, but 2K have done a bit of work with, you know, cash-ins where you can actually announce a cash-in. So why not announce an open challenge for a champion? He can come out. You can say, look, I'm going to put an open challenge out there in universe mode, and then either you can actually predict who you want to come out, or the AI takes control and predicts ones for you. So if you want that random option, it gives you that ability, but if you want that control, you've got that too. So I think, you know, open challenges is a great feature, great idea. Big up Punisher 28 for that. I wouldn't want to mess with you, but you've got some good ideas. Let's keep going. Let's do a few more. And if you want me to follow up on this video and cover more comments from you guys, make sure you let me know in the comments of this video, because I'm not going to be able to get through all of them in this one video. I mean, let's hope the camera records it this time, but I'll try and cover as many as I can. I want this video to be around about 20 minutes. It was until the camera cut off. Anyway, Bam Bam says this in relation. He says, a roster drafting system, Superstar Shakeup, that's got to be in, hasn't it? That's been introduced by WWE, you know, current. So why not have that in a WWE game? Brand warfare, yes, I'd like to see that, a back and forth with the brands. Show ratings and match ratings, yep, I think that's a good idea. Random cutscenes and promos, again, that needs to be thought about. More cutscenes, more options for promos, pre-show matches. Oh, it's quite an interesting point, pre-show. Never thought about that. That would be quite interesting. You should have the option to say whether you want a pre-show or not. Because again, it's supposed to be an experience, and that would, you know, tie into what current WWE is doing. Pay-per-view rivalry promos, Slammy Awards. Well, we put it in my universe mode, so why not 2K? Why not get the Slammy Awards going? Financial reports, ticket sales and merchandise. Yes, if there's going to be aspects of GM mode in there, that's a good shout. Pay-per-views on any day of the week. Interesting. And superstar voiceovers. Now, I think superstar voiceovers would be good, but I get that feeling that you'd be dictated to with what they're saying. So it's whether or not you want to have more control, and I think I do. So I'd much rather them have a free text box so I can put in the detail, as opposed to just having voiceovers which are controlled by the game. So that's my feelings on that. He also goes on to say a couple of things that I could think of off the top of my head. Thank you very much, Bam Bam. And he says, could you possibly do a video on what we would like within the creation suite of WWE 2K20 next? I can certainly think about it. I did want to make this into a series. If you guys want it, I'm happy to give you it. Let me know what you want me to cover and I'll bring it to the channel. So thank you for your comment and thank you for your suggestion. Mr. Uneven, that's a strange position to be in if you're very uneven all the time. He says this: pay-per-view pre-shows, more realistic promos and match cards, war games. I think that's got to be there. More match types, Inferno for example. We've had that before, why not bring it back? We've seen Buried Alive before, why not bring that back? And GM. So he's kind of, you know, he's talking about universe mode, but I think he's talking just across the game in general. And I've got to be honest, most of those should be in. Let's keep going. Jay Glenn says this. We've had the J Dog, now we've got the Jay Glenn. He says this: I want to see automatic NXT call-ups, it's been mentioned, and more realistic stories and more cutscenes instead of repeating the same ones on universe mode in 2K20. Completely agree. Cutscenes need to be refreshed, more need to be added. Okay, this is a great name. Franklin the Turtle. Okay. I think before WWE 2K20 comes out, you do a draft and start rosters all fresh. Is that my universe mode you're talking about? Franklin, get back in your shell. Now, I'm only joking, Franklin. Franklin is kind of maybe talking about my universe mode, but this video was more, you know, looking towards WWE games and their current in-game universe mode. So thank you, Franklin the Turtle. I appreciate it. We might reset, we might not. But talking about universe mode, it will make its return soon. We are on the road to WrestleMania, and there'll be a proper announcement about it coming very shortly. So stay tuned to the channel. Let's keep going. I'm going to do a few more. I'm just going to check the time on this video. Don't want this video cutting off again. Could be a big problemo. But we seem to be good at the moment. And Power Star Commentary says, rivalries need to be improved. It's so annoying having rivalries fight each other week after week. It's so boring. I think you said it. I agree. Yeah. If rivalries are going to be, you know, the same rivalry constantly, it needs to be thought about that it does make sense and it does keep you interested. If it's just repetitive, the same stories, the same cutscenes, nah, we could do without that. So yes, I think you're on point with those comments. It's Seen, I'm not really sure how you say your name, but I'm going to go with that. It's Seen says this: I would like 2K to add gauntlet matches, GM mode, open challenge match, intergender matches, just more match types in general, custom arenas for Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber. Yes, that needs to be added. For universe mode particularly, you want to be able to use your own arena if you want to have that Royal Rumble style match or Elimination Chamber. It should be able to be fitted into your universe mode, not the current. So, yep, completely agree. Cutscenes to be faster. Good God, yes, they do need to be faster. And special referee. Very good points. Very, very good. Let's keep going. A few more. Wrestling God says, rivalries need to be better. You face the same superstars most of the time every week, which I thought they would change. It is clear that Rivalries is top of the list to be fixed for Universe Mode. More effort, more thought needs to be put in to make Rivalries work. You guys have spoken. 2K need to take action. I'm going to keep going. The J-Dog's been weighing in once more, but we've covered his comment and we'll keep going. I'm not going to go for too much longer. What else have we got? OG Crush, I'm going to read your comment. I've seen you're very active on my channel. I've seen you in some of my premieres too. Let's cover what you've got to say. And you've said a lot, so I'm going to cover as much as I can. Rivalry system to be improved to feature stable feuds, triple threat feuds, make things more interesting and meaningful, plus more rivalry slots for each show. Yep, I agree. We need more slots. Story designer, or a feature that allows us to select storylines that will play out for our rivalries. Yep, story designer. It seems to be important to make us have the ability to customize more. Segments, contract signings, backstage interviews. Well, I made a contract signing, so if I can make it, 2K can. So I think that needs to be back in, and that would make sense to have a cutscene for contract signings. More customization over the show. GM, commentators. Commentators is a great point. I think that commentators, in all honesty, you should now have the option to have, you know, pick a section of commentators. So whether or not you want the NXT commentators with Mauro Ranello, or Mauro Ranello still doing NXT? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Well, I was getting confused for a minute. But, you know, I think that you should be able to pick a section. So whether or not you want the Raw commentators, the SmackDown commentators, the NXT commentators, the 205 Live commentators, you pick them. I don't think you'll be able to mix and match, you know, and shuffle them around, but at least give us the option to have different types of commentators for our shows in Universe Mode. That makes sense to me. I'm going to quickly cover the rest of your points. More match options, such as open challenges for titles, that was mentioned. I thought it was a very good point. Ability to select how many matches are on a pay-per-view, yeah, makes sense. Superstar Shakeup, mentioned. See, again, the same points are coming up, so it's quite clear what you guys want. Brand Wars, an option to select how often superstars appear, full-time, part-time. Interesting. Mixed match tag matches. I think that's got to be in. I thought it'd be in this year, to be honest, but now with Nia Jax getting involved in rivalries with male superstars, has to be in, and the mixed match challenge as well. So you should be able to now have female versus male. Whether you will, I don't know. I think that could be a bit of a controversial decision, not to WWE fans, but others that don't quite understand what WWE are trying to do if they put it in a video game, and some people might abuse that option, unfortunately. SK Graphics, shout out to you. I'm going to move on from OG Crush because I just want to get a quick few more comments in. SK Graphics says more match slots for pay-per-views. I think we need more slots available in general. So, you know, from create a superstar to actually uploading superstars. I don't like that tiered system where you have the gold and the silver and it limits you from uploading. That's very annoying. But yeah, in pay-per-view, I think we need more slots. And I think we need them in general across the board, to be honest with you. I don't like these limitations that we've got. And I think we might call it a day. One final point, and I'm going to go with Jim Gore, a long-term subscriber of my channel. And I'm going to end it with his one. And he says this: I like that there were more championships added per show, and all championship slots are gender neutral. I'm not a fan of the Money in the Bank briefcase being lumped in with championships. I agree with that. I still wish we could set up rivalries other than single and tag team. Completely agree. Rivalries needs to be looked into. There should be rules for custom championships to be defended. For example, if I create a ladders championship, it should only have it defended in ladder matches. Oh, that's quite a cool idea. I'm digging that idea. So if you've got, you know, a championship which needs a specific stipulation to win that championship, then it can only be defended under that stipulation. Makes sense. Good rule, good idea. That gives a bit more versatility to the custom championship option. New championship types, 6-man and tag team. And will you be covering the creation suite, and more importantly, the create a superstar, which in my opinion is the biggest neglected part of WWE 2K, with way too many ridiculous restrictions and limitations. I will cover it, Jim. Like I said, I'm glad you guys are letting me know what you want me to talk about in this series, and this is certainly something I will take into account. So thank you for your comment, Jim. I dig the idea of having that stipulation for a certain championship. I think that will be cool. And that brings us to a close on this video. Hopefully it's recorded. Hopefully. And yeah, I think the main points that are coming out of this are rivalries, cutscenes, and the flexibility which a story creator would give you, because then you can, you know, really manipulate universe mode to be how you want. And that's what's important. And if you want that randomized option, so things are unpredictable, that's thrown in there too, but it's not forced. So guys, thank you very much for your participation. If you want me to read more comments, because there are a ton more and I'm trying to respond to them as well, not just going to cover it in the video, I will try and reply to many of them. But if you want me to cover more, let me know and I will pick it up. So get involved in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation going. What do you want me to cover next when it comes to this series of what do you want for WWE 2K20? I think Rivalries is the main one. 2K. Take note. This is Delzinski signing out.